jacket and a book and 3 things in the drawer. You said you'd come back Tuesday for the rest. I cleared a space beside the door for easy finding, and waited Tuesday out and all the rest. The weeks assembled into something longer. The drawer stayed closed, the jacket kept its hook. I moved around the objects like they mattered. I moved around them carefully like they were you. I knew before the 3rd week what was happening. I knew that Tuesday had become a way of leaving something here to keep a thread, a reason that existed just to say that it was not entirely over, that a drawer still held a reason to return. I kept the things and told myself it was for your convenience, when really it was something else I'd learned. I kept all the things you said you'd come back for, longer than they needed to be kept. I kept all the things you said you'd come back for, long after the Tuesday where you'd left. I kept them like I kept the hope they carried, that you would come and get them and come back. I kept all the things you said you'd come back for, and one day I will box them and not wait anymore, not wait. The jacket smells less like you now, I notice. The book has gathered months of quiet dust. The things inside the drawer remain exactly as you left them, as they were, as if they must stay for you in case the day arrives when you remember what you said and where it is. I kept it all so carefully and ready, long past the point of knowing what this is. I kept all the things you said you'd come back for, longer than they needed to be kept. I kept all the things you said you'd come back for, long after the Tuesday where you'd left. Next week I think I'll box it all for donating the jacket to a person who will wear it in the cold, the book to someone who will actually read it, the drawer contents to whoever needs them sold or given or returned to ordinary purpose, released from being proof of what you said. I kept all the things you said you'd come back for, but I think it's time to let them go. Instead, I kept all the things you said you'd come back for, and now I'm letting every one of them be free. I kept all the things you said you'd come back for, but they were always things and not the part of you I need. jacket isn't you, the book is just a book, the drawer is just a drawer when you're not here. I kept all the things you said you'd come back for, and I am finally done keeping anything for you, for anyone who doesn't come. The jacket, the book, the drawer, finally letting go. You know that an ending when you left me. We were somewhere in the unresolved middle. We had chapters still unwritten and unspoken, and you closed it like the answer to a riddle that I was still mid-solving, mid-arriving at the understanding that you'd moved ahead. I was still inside the story we were writing when you wrote yourself a different ending instead. There is a particular grief in the unfinished, in the story that stops without a final page, and the love that didn't reach its natural ending but was simply closed mid-sentence, mid-stage. You left in the middle of our story, before the ark had found its place to land. You left in the middle of our story, and I am holding chapters you'll never understand. We're coming, we're arriving, we're beginning, but parts of us that needed more of time. You left in the middle of our story, and I am living in the unresolved of a book that has no final line. I keep returning to the middle pages, looking for the sentence that explains the jump from where we were to where you ended, the missing chapter hidden in the space between what you said last and what came after, between the ordinary and the done. You left in the middle of our story, and the story keeps on being read by one. You left in the middle of our story, before the ark had found its place to land. You left in the middle of our story, and I am holding chapters you'll never understand. Maybe every love is always mid-story, maybe there is never a real final page, maybe the middle is where love lives completely, and endings are just how we leave the stage. And if that's true, then we were always in it, always mid-sentence, always mid-arrive. You left in the middle of our story, and the story of the loving is still alive. You left in the middle of our story, and I have learned to hold the open end. You left in the middle of our story, and I am writing what comes after, around the bend. Not the story that I thought that we were writing, but one that is entirely and only mine. You left in the middle of our author now of every line, every remaining line. Mid-story you left, I am writing the rest. Every remaining line. The kitchen had a Sunday kinda loving, a slow kind with the coffee and no rush. The hallway had the arriving kinda loving, the door still warm from coming home to us. The bedroom had the quiet kind of knowing, the lying in the dark and being found. The living room had every other kind, the ordinary accumulating ground of evenings and of evenings that stacked themselves into the years we had. I loved you in every room of that house, and every room holds something I cannot get back. The house is someone else's now, I know that. They painted over the wall where you left a mark. They don't know what the kitchen held on Sundays. They don't know what lived inside the dark of the bedroom, of the particular quiet of two people who had learned to sleep beside. I loved you in every room of that house, and the house holds it still, whether or not anyone inside knows. I loved you in every room of that house, the kitchen, the hallway, and the bed. I loved you in every room of that house, and every room still holds what we once said. And done and been and slept and eaten breakfast and argued and forgiven in the light. I loved you in every room of that house, and someone else is living there and doesn't know what rooms can hold, what rooms remember. I drove past it once, I wanna be honest. I told myself I happened to be near. The curtains were a different color now, and something in me couldn't quite stay clear about whether I was glad that it was living still full of someone's ordinary days, or whether I preferred it somehow empty, a monument to all our particular ways. I loved you in every room of that house, the kitchen and the hallway and the bed. I loved you in every room of that house, and every room still holds what we once said. I think rooms hold the love that happens in them, absorb it in the plaster and the floor. I think the house still carries Sunday mornings, whatever color anyone has painted, or the love is in the walls, it doesn't leave them. The kitchen still knows Sunday even now. I loved you in every room of that house, and the house knows it, even if no one else does, still knows. I loved you in every room of that house, and I carry every room of it in me. I loved you in every room of that house, and the house lives on inside my memory, more real than what the new paint for as long as I remember. The kitchen had a Sunday kind of loving, the slow kind with the coffee and no rush. The hallway had the arriving kind of loving, the door still warm from coming home to us. The bedroom had the quiet kind of knowing, the lying in the dark and being found. The living room had every other kind, the ordinary accumulating ground of evenings and of evenings and of evenings that stacked themselves into the years we had. I loved you in every room of that house, and every room holds something I cannot get back. The house is someone else's now. I know that they painted over the wall where you left a mark. They don't know what the kitchen held on Sundays. They don't know what lived inside the dark of the bedroom, of the particular quiet of two people who had learned to sleep beside. I loved you in every room of that house, and the house holds it still, whether or not anyone inside knows. I loved you in every room of that house, the kitchen and the hallway and the bed. I loved you in every room of that house, and every room still holds what we once said and done and been and slept and eaten breakfast and argued and forgiven in the light. I loved you in every room of that house, and someone else is living there and doesn't know what rooms can hold, what rooms remember. I drove past it once, I wanna be honest. I told myself I happened to be near. The curtains were a different color now, and something in me couldn't quite stay clear about whether I was glad that it was living, still full of some. By now we would have moved to somewhere quieter, a flat with better light and one more room. By now we would have argued about curtains and filled the kitchen with a shared afternoon. By now we would have learned each other's rhythms, the morning person and the night owl's peace. By now we would have known 3 years of ordinary, 3 years of the particular and the crease, of sheets of habits, of the small agreements that make a life when two people share one frame. By now we would have been so far inside it, we wouldn't even think about the name. I measure time and where we would have been, not where I am, but where the we might be. I know this is a particular kind of haunting to live inside a life that doesn't yet exist for me. I dream of the life we would have had by now, the curtains and the kitchen and the afternoon. I dream of the life we would have had by now, and it is beautiful, and it is gone too soon. 3 years of ordinary, unremarkable, 3 years of the particular and the small. I dream of the life we would have had by now, and the dreaming is the closest I will get to that life, to that life at all. By now we would have had our inside language, the references that no one else could place. By now we would have been each other's context, the always understood, the given grace of being known so well. The explanation becomes unnecessary, becomes air. By now we would have been so fluent in each other, and I am learning all that in the bare absence of the thing in the learning, what it costs to know a person that completely and then not. I dream of the life we would have had by now, and the curtains we never chose are the thing that breaks me most. I dream of the life we would have had by now, the curtains and the kitchen and the afternoon. I dream of the life we would have had by now, and it is beautiful, and it is gone too soon. I am building a different life, I want you to know, one that is entirely real and mine alone. The curtains are a color I chose for myself now. The kitchen has a quiet all its own, but sometimes on an evening when it's gentle, I visit the apartment that we never had. I dream of the life we would have had by now, and it is beautiful, and I let it be beautiful and sad. I dream of the life we would have had by now, and I am making peace with the one I have instead. I dream of the life we would have had by now, but the life I'm living is the life ahead. Not the one we planned, but one entirely present. Not the curtains we discussed, but ones that are mine. I dream of the life we would have had by now, and I am grateful for the life that's actually here, that's actually mine. The curtains we never chose, the kitchen we never shared, beautiful and gone. The life that's actually mine. It was a market find, a small and silver winding, a music box with 4 notes and a lid. I bought it long before I knew you, before I knew what those 4 notes would do to me in all the after years of knowing how 4 notes could contain a person's whole. I winded up some evenings without meaning to, and find you in it, find your whole soul in 4 repeating notes that circle slowly, running down as the spring inside unwinds. I wind up the same song and think of you every time. The melody has memorized your name. It's not a song you chose or heard or ever knew, not something we shared on a particular night. It is simply what my grief decided to attach to, the way grief finds its objects, finds its light, to settle in, to make its unexpected home in the ordinary and the small. I wind up the same song and think of you every time, and sometimes 4 notes are enough to feel it all. I wind up the same song and think of you every time, the 4 notes circling like a quiet spell. I wind up the same song and think of you every time, and in the winding something in me swells with all the love that has no current address, with all the missing that the ordinary holds. I wind up the same song and think of you every time, and when the spring runs down, the silence after is the loudest part, is you. I've tried to wind it and feel something different, to reassign the 4 notes to a new idea. But grief is not a thing that takes instruction. It keeps its chosen objects year to year. The notes still find you, every single winding still carry your particular shape inside. I wind up the same song and think of you every time, and probably always will. That is fine, that's fine. I wind up the same song and think of you every time, the 4 notes circling like a quiet spell. I wind up the same song and think of you every time, and in the winding something in me swells. 4 notes are not a love song, they are just notes. 4 notes don't know they carry anyone, but somehow in the winding and the circling, you were there before the spring is run. And I've stopped trying to undo the connection between the music box and what you were. I wind up the same song and think of you every time. and let the four notes be the place you live. For me, you live. I wind up the same song and think of you every time, and I have made my peace with that small fact. Wind up the same song and think of you every time, and when the spring runs out, I wind it back. Not to hold you, not to stop the moving forward, just to have four notes of somewhere that you are. I wind up the same song and think of you every time, and the music box is just a music box that has become a place you live, a place you are. Four notes circling, running down, you were there. The table has four chairs and I use one now. The wardrobe has two sides and mine stay small. I bought enough of everything for sharing, and share it with the silence of the hall. The sofa has its cushions still arranged, the way that two people arrange a sofa. The bathroom has two shelves and mine holds less. The life we sized for two is not quite over. In its dimensions, in its particular shape, it still fits to the way a glove fits a hand that isn't there anymore, that isn't filling it, that left a shape that nothing else has spanned. I keep adjusting to the single scale, half a recipe, one towel on the rail, and still I cook too much and sleep one-sided, and live inside a life built on a double scale. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one. The table and the wardrobe and the extra key. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one, and the one that it is standing for is me. Learning how to fill a life size for two alone, learning how to be enough for what we planned. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one, and I am slowly learning how to live in all this space, in all this space. I bought a smaller coffee pot last Tuesday, the kind that makes one cup without the waste. And standing there I felt it more completely, the single cup adjustment of this place I live in now, the single serving morning, this table set for one, this half full fridge. I am slowly scaling down from us to me, and crossing the particular bridge, from the life we sized together to the life that is sized for what I actually am. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one, and the one is finding wondering how to fit the frame, how to fill the frame. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one. The table and the wardrobe and the extra key. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one. And the one that it is standing for is me. But maybe I will keep the table with 4 chairs. Maybe space is not a thing that needs to shrink. Maybe I will fill the other side with living with friends and dinners, and the space to think that a life built large can hold a single person. An extra room is just room yet to fill. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one. And I am learning that one is still enough to need the space. Still enough. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one. And I'm starting to inhabit it completely. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one. But one can fill a double life quite neatly. One can sit at every chair in turns. One can use both shelves and fill the quiet space. Everything I built for two is still standing here for one. And the one is becoming someone who belongs here, who belongs. Built for two, standing for one, learning to belong here, just me. The table has 4 chairs and I use one now. The wardrobe has 2 sides and mine stays small. I bought enough of everything for sharing, and share it with the silence of the hall. The sofa has its cushions still arranged the way that 2 people arrange a sofa. The bathroom has 2 shelves and mine holds less. The life we size for 2 is not quite over. In its dimensions, in its particular shape, it still fits to the way a glove fits a hand that isn't there anymore, that isn't filling it, that left a shape that nothing else has spanned. I keep adjusting to the single scale, half a recipe, 1 towel on the rail. And still I cook too much and sleep one-sided, and live inside a life built on a double scale. Everything I built for 2 is still standing here for one. The table